Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. It'll be the Celtics off the tip. Here's Smart. The shot comes out. Ayton with the defensive effort.
And the move that really shook up the NBA world. I mean, Kevin Durant asking and receiving a trade out of Brooklyn. Now, with this team, he makes them a title favorite overnight.
You talk about the mid-range and how much KD uses that area better than anybody in the NBA.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Booker. He's a tough guy to check, averaging almost 28 points a game. It's not going to go for him. And Boston going the other way now. Pass to Williams. Left side, Brown. Shoots. Second chance effort. Back to Williams. Smart outside. Three-pointer, no good. Booker with it. Now guarded by Brown. Now here's Ayton. Here's Okogie. That one's wide left.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Durant inside. The rebound, Celtics. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each won one.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year. Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Ayton into the lane. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% of the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Tatum. And on offense, he's been a force, scoring over 30 a game. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick, Ayton. He's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Williams misses.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Pass to Booker. Now here's Durant. Nice D from Tatum.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
And it's in there.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Phoenix calls timeout. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Outside Ross. Some solid defense from Williams. The Celtics with the lead. Brogdon from outside. He can't get it to go. And Phoenix the other way now. Pass to Payne. Back to Lee. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
Man, just sent it down with some force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That one's off.
And you have to think that one advantage this Celtics team has is a deep roster. Lots of quality guys they can assemble different ways. They're pretty adaptable.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Yep, that one goes.
Brogdon inside, never rushed, effective with the soft touch.
Here's Biyombo. And Biyombo slams it home.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
From 15 feet away, it's rebounded by Biyombo. It's Ross on the wing. The baseline Day. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on White. And that one falls for Craig. And so Craig nails both of them. 5 ticks left to play in the first. Here's Brogdon. And Brogdon with the stuff.
How about Brogdon showing a little bit of the bunnies there?
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Well, Brent, comparing eras, a touchy subject. But how do you juxtapose the era of your father, Rick, in the 60s and 70s to your era, and even nowadays?
Well, I think between the rule changes, the adoption of the three-point line, and the skill and growth and all the technology and science behind players, that it's really, really difficult to look back 25 years ago and compare the game. Just the game itself, BA, let alone talking about players and their skills.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do."
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks.
A great hustle from the swing man that time, as Durant doing whatever he could do to keep it alive.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them.
Brown with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Got a piece of it. Paul with a steal. Lays it up and banks it in.
And on that kind of play, no one can match up with Paul going back the other way. Just too crafty and too skilled. He's going to do damage.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Inside. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And Boston calls time here. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, and they didn't get, like, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. And they could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Smart. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. To the paint. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
If there's a part of KD's game that goes under the radar, it's probably that right there, playmaking.
And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year. They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
For three, Booker. Second chance shot. And Durant with the lay-in. Durant's got 10 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Tatum. He takes it in. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him. Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The Celtics making a switch here. Here's White. That shot is off. To the middle. Here's Durant. And Durant with the big finish.
And you can see why KD has won himself a couple scoring titles.
They get it again.